So, two questions. One, I'm going to go out on a risk and kind of agree with Professor Everett on one thing. Only one thing. And that was your last point. Is that
the only thing so far?
That's it. So this question's for Professor Moomaw, in that India and China don't really have a motivation to do this. And from my perspective, I see this repeating what happened with the nuclear non-proliferation treaty, and a certain set of countries saying to another set of countries, we've already crossed this line, you shouldn't, this is why, do this, just trust us. And so how do you see this changing, or what needs to happen in order for that history not to repeat itself? Professor Everett, the question for you, you talk a lot about just if we had a simple decision tree and it said, do something or do nothing. You talk a lot about this tree right here where we do something, and there's a worry about poor implementation and it costing a lot. But you haven't talked about the cost of doing nothing. I mean, quantifying the cost of doing nothing. I know there's a possibility that there may be nothing, but there's a really good possibility in my mind that there's an expensive cost of doing nothing. And I want to hear a little bit more about that as an economist.
Interesting questions. When it comes to let's not confuse India with China. They're really two very different countries and taking very different approaches. India still seems to me to be locked into language and concepts that date back to the 1970s. I mean, I get that odeur de neocolonialism, before the other time they say something in public as meeting. I have no decide with one of the leading advisors to the Prime Minister of India. They're surprised at some of the things that they're saying. And I'm not sure that anything that's going to change the Indian position. China, on the other hand, I think if you listen to the progression of comments and things they've been saying over the last year and a half, it has been a dramatic shift in their position. They are not just saying no. They're talking about changing the first. They're talking about possibly something beyond that. I think that with some good encouragement and some kind of agreement with the United States, that we can see China taking some really serious actions. I mean, they have emissions that are out of control, and they know that, and they have lots of problems because of that. And they need to figure out how to rein it in. And they are doing a lot of things beyond what the United States is doing to reduce emissions right now. So I'm optimistic about China. I'm not so optimistic about the US.
Okay, Manish, let me address that one first, because I think I disagree with Professor Moomaw on this. The Chinese are building a few nuclear plants. They're building a couple of power stations. And they're building one large-scale coal plant every 10 days. Now, what they've promised to do is to reduce energy intensity along the curve that happens when you get rich. Okay? As the economy develops, energy intensity always goes down. So what the Chinese have promised is to continue to get richer. Okay? And they're asking us if we accept that as an emissions reduction. Okay? And if we buy that, I've got a bridge I'd like to say. Now, let me get back to this other main question about risk and the decision tree. I mentioned when I go to my doctor, and he always tells me, he says, lose some weight, get some more exercise, you'll feel better. Okay? That's good sense. That's a good precaution. If my doctor said to me, I want to amputate both your legs because I think maybe there could be a problem. Okay? He better have a very strong case before I'm going to do that. It needs to be not just, well, maybe, who knows. It needs to be absolutely definitive, and maybe even that I won't do. And that's more of the decision tree the way I see it. We're being asked to do some very, very fundamental things to this economy that will require huge command presence from the central government and major changes in lifestyle in response to a risk that we simply don't even understand. Okay? And that's the choice that everybody has got to make. If the American people were to decide, well, yeah, I've listened to all this stuff and I'm willing to make these sacrifices, okay, but they're not, and they're not going to. Okay? Because they're perfectly sensible, rational people. And this doesn't make any sense. Maybe it will. Maybe we'll understand this better. I doubt it.